What's up, YouTube? This episode I'm going to start sanding. I've got to do a little bit more prep to get to that point, but by the end of this episode the car should be completely sanded. You can see I've got a lot of work to do, but where I've kind of got to start is at the back here. I want to take this rear wiper post out, or drop out the motor and tack in a piece of metal so I can flush that out. The taillight's got to come out. I'm gonna do something with those eventually, and then realistically that's kind of it. And I've got to put some more fiberglass onto the hood, obviously, but I should just be able to start hitting it with sandpaper and see how far I can get with it anyway. So first I'll go ahead and get rid of this rear wiper motor. I've got no use for it. I can just put Rain-X or something on the window if I really need to, but I don't think I'm going to need to. This is just 3 10mm bolts. And there it is. Hatch is in really nice shape on this. Then to let all these lights go, I need to loosen off all these 8mm nuts at the back here. So you'll see them just throughout, and there might be some silicone. I don't know. There's some sealant on here, but they should just push out rather easy because they're leaking. Go ahead and take out all the bulbs. So as you can see, the paint is very thin, and just a light sanding is really all it's going to take. So I'm able to get it down even pretty much the whole thing, just giving me an idea of what the rest of the car is going to treat me like. This kind of stuff's going to be a lot worse. I imagine it's built up a lot more. But even these hardcore, I don't know if you can see them in here, but I mean there's hardcore sanding lines in here, and I mean even this light sanding that I just did is probably going to take most of that out. So I'd say things are going well. Really, the good thing is there's no major rust buildup anywhere. So the body, I can kind of tell the body had been done at least reasonably well, and I haven't found any rust so far. Just kind of getting rid of cracks and runs and orange peel, and there's a lot of variations in the paint, and most of it seems to be sanding out, so it's going to be easy to cover over. The rear bumper needed quite a bit of stuff. There's quite a few cracks in here, and this rear corner's taken a small hit. I finally got this ground to this point where all the cracks are finally out of it. And it just looks like something hard punched down and dimpled a whole bunch of times, and that was their fix, was just to give a skim right over top. It is built pretty thick though. So I've gotten a little further. I got the roof somewhat done. I've got to come up to the edges everywhere. The roof is pretty flat, actually. Not much to do on it. This section in here was where I had a lot of strange stuff, and I thought, well, maybe it could even be rust. But it was just paint runs. Like strange paint runs. It would make me suspect that someone did this car with a paint roller or something like that. Here, let me get the light on here. But you can still see some of the buildup in here. I mean, the paint was so thick here, it was unbelievable. The same thing in here. There was so much extra paint runs, and I mean, there's still some stuff up in here that I kind of got to get in there by hand. So this left front fender, I mean, I just kept on sanding and sanding and sanding. There's so much paint on it. I've gotten this all kind of feather edged out to all the cracks anyway, and I mean, I'm gonna have to put some fill in there for sure, but it's definitely not going to be built up as high as it was, and I'm not going to have fun with that, I know already. Okay, so I moved on to the actual headlamp bezels, or like the flip lights, the pop-up lights. So I've noticed I've been spending a lot of extra time on the front fender, and I've moved over to the headlights. The paint is so thick that it's literally gulling the sandpaper so fast that I've already been through all the more coarser stuff that I have. But I managed to get the headlights done. Some more sanding certainly needs to be done, but I got all the runs that were out of the top of it, and there's a blotchy spot I think there, and the same on this one. There's a lot of runs in the top there, and this is where the paint, it just kept on, it was so thick I just kept on taking it down, and I couldn't believe how much was actually on there. The same with this fender. On both top corners, just there's still some there. I mean, You can see how that's paint. It's not body fill or anything like that. Coming down here, there's more of it. So like I've done a really decent job sanding it, but I've just got to spend more time, and I've run out of paper, so I'm off to the store to get more. I'm at the point now that the car is sanded. I ended up going to get more discs and just kind of went to town. The right side of the car is the only actual place that I found some rust. So down here at the bottom, I found 2 pinholes. There's cracks going along here. I decided to dig deep and see what was in there. So just a little bit of fill and rust protection will hopefully keep that together. You can see a couple little divots in it still. Definitely needs some more sanding, but I mean, this whole section is completely gone. Over on this left side, these cracks I decided to take a lot further down, right to the metal, and I found like 2 little punch marks or something there, and I can't really tell. That looks like a tiny little hole there. This great big punched mark in the bottom here, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. These cracks I ended up just taking right down and get them out of the door. So I mean, it's come a long way. I don't have the front bumper done yet. I've spent a lot of time doing this, and I got to get prepared to bring another car in and do something else. So yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me. Trying to get to 100 subs at least as soon as possible. How soon or possible that may be depends on you guys. I need the help to do it, and I'm getting there, but it's not there yet. Leave your questions and comments way down below, and I'll see you in the next one.